Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tropika Club. My name is Simon and I will be presenting to you the top 10 best eating places at Bendemeer Food Center in Singapore. Let's dive right into it. Bendemeer Market and Food Center is a great place to get food. This is a very busy market and food place in the heart of the city with many good food options. The bulk of the food concession stands serve comfort food, but a few unique twists to the old school favorites offer a different, interesting taste. With tasty dishes such as glutinous rice, pig trotter noodles, and Teochew Kuehs, fried carrot cake style, you'll certainly indulge in choice. If you want to try a bowl of lor mee on your trip, be sure to stop by Heng Kee Lor Mee. Serving up their tasty lor mee with crispy fried pork belly, this is a favorite dish that is simply irresistible. At 10th spot is Yap Curry Rice. Yap Hainanese Curry Rice does Hainanese curry rice with a good selection of dishes to choose from. Seen right here is their pork cut, fried prawns, fried egg as well as bean sprouts with rice and also curry sauce. The pork slice is the thicker kind. It is weighty as well as tasty, but not crispy. The deep-fried prawns, on the other hand, are the celebrity below. It has a very crunchy fried batter covering a whole shellfish. Excellent and extremely advised. The fried bean sprouts have some spring onions as well as carrot shreds and our preference is decent. The fried egg is quite typical though. The plain white rice is firm and also has a curry sauce as well as a braised sauce added to it. The curry sauce is mildly hot with rather good flavors. Find them at #0159. Coming in at number 9 is Payoh 93 Soon Kueh. A stall that caught our eyes is Payoh 93 Soon Kueh with their handmade typical kueh. The view of the delayed owners and personnel kneading and rolling the dough, making the various kueh as well as steaming the fresh handmade kueh, just attracted us to the stall. The Soon Kueh has a delightful crunchy appearance packed with shredded turnip, additional flavored by mushrooms, and also dried shrimps. My only grumble is that the shredded turnip is a bit crude. For the pine kueh, it is packed with great-smelling glutinous rice, peanuts, and mushrooms. A well-balanced proportion of filling to rice flour skin ratio. Find them at #01-14. In 8th spot is Ton Mee. The wonton mee below is on the sweeter side with its tomato and also chili base, and also even the char siu leans towards the sweeter side also. What's distinctive Ton Mee is their Sarawak kolomi. The egg noodles are handcrafted as well as pleasantly resilient, and served with a charitable part of minced meat, char siu, as well as both steamed as well as crunchy wontons. The pork lard, as well as shallot oil, adds an umami flavor, and also they work to bring all of it with each other, making a decadent dish of noodles. Check them out at 0109. Coming in at number 7 is Indonesian Curry Rice. We would certainly patronize Indonesia Curry Rice each day, if not for its perpetual long queue. This food stall specializes in Chinese-style nasi padang meals. A must-order is their fragrant beef rendang, which has a lovely scent. Their asam sotong is additionally tasty to a T, and has a well-balanced flavor of sweetness as well as sourness. They likewise utilize really fresh sotong, which I value. It's instead budget-friendly as well. Interested regarding the yellow rice as it is hardly ever sold in mixed vegetable rice stalls, we asked Auntie what was the difference between white as well as yellow rice. She clarified that the yellow rice is actually Indonesian-style nasi lemak. Nasi kuning, Indonesian for yellow rice, or nasi kunyit, Indonesian for turmeric rice, is an Indonesian rice recipe prepared with coconut milk and turmeric extract. Indonesian curry rice's nasi kuning has an extremely light coconut flavor, which was not what we expected as the usual nasi lemak has an extremely solid great-smelling coconut flavor. Find them at #01-49. Closing in at 6th spot is Tropah Bahru Hua Huat beef noodles. There constantly appear to be a lineup at Tropah Bahru Hua Huat beef noodles. Right here there are two versions of beef noodles, a soup or dry. The completely dry variation includes thin beef pieces saturated in a dark gravy with a moderate organic aftertaste, as well as adding chili sauce to it includes a nice appetizing side to it. Whatever else went into the bowl, from the cuts of thin sliced tender beef, soft beef rounds, salted veggie, to that light sesame oil fragrance, made it a luxurious, calming treat. The other crucial element was that familiar thick chili sauce with slight acidic chinkalak, which would certainly add one more dimension, or magic, to the meal. They are located at #0186. In fifth spot we have Singapore Bao. Singapore Bao is a busy, yet humble, stall that specializes in selling bao. The bao in its name really refers to its two main food items, lor mai gai and su mai. The stall does not operate to sell these baos, but they are still made fresh every day and the stall opens from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. If you're a fan of the Singapore bao family, be sure to try its special su mai, which is significantly bigger than most. It's not a regular su mai, each and every one is hand-rolled and stuffed with meaty goodness. It's juicy and lean, with just the right amount of fat and meat. Lor mai gai is a perennial breakfast favorite that we miss when in Singapore, and neither do you. In Singapore bao's version, glutinous rice is cooked in a savory soy-based sauce, then topped with stewed shiitake mushrooms, bite-sized pieces of grilled pork, and plenty of spicy chili sauce. Find them at #01-61. At the 4th spot is Bendemeer Prawn Noodle. Being experts in shaman-style prawn noodles, Bendemeer Prawn Noodles prawn mee or noodles has a thinner brew as contrasted to their equivalents, yet that makes it no much less mouth-watering. The tantalizing prawn flavor is distinct via the delicate brew, which utilizes much less oil as well as spices. We like exactly how it does not leave you with the icky, oily aftertaste that has a tendency to stick on your tongue after consuming MSG-laden food. Their prawns are quite fresh as well, although I do desire they were larger. They don't have actually an off day, though we suggest you call them to check if they are open. If the phone is turned off, it means that's their rest day, and engaged tone means they are open for company. The noodles were covered with some tender pork ribs, lean meat as well as chewy bits of pig's skin. The halved prawns were small, yet they had a tip of sweet taste and tasted decently fresh. The noodles were topped with some tender pork ribs, lean meat, and also crunchy bits of pig's skin. Surprisingly, what caught our attention was the completely dry variation of the prawn mee. Although the significance of a great bowl of prawn noodles generally depends on the soup, we believe that the chili in the completely dry version is the better version of the menu. Make a trip there at #01-42. Ranking at 3rd spot is Heng Kee Lor Mee. Another great and popular stall that closes by lunch, Heng Kee Lor Mee is a stall worth waking up for. Their lor mee comes teeming with active ingredients including pork stubborn belly, braised egg, and fried wonton, and also promises to fill you right up. The even more usual fried fish is exchanged for popcorn pork, which I much like. Make sure to brighten the flavor of the thick, vinegared sauce with cut chilies, minced garlic as well as chili sauce. Heng Kee Lor Mee, which has been around for more than 40 years at Bendemeer Market and Food Center, is manned by a set of brothers or sisters who took over the business after their mommy passed on. It's actually excellent that the siblings have the interest to carry on their mother's legacy, as being a hawker is truly an effort. They begin their day around 3 a.m., preparing all the ingredients necessary to produce a fantastic and also enjoyable bowl of lor mee. They start usually at 5 a.m. and their lor mee typically sells out by 1 p.m. Check them out at #0187. Coming in at number 2 is Yong Xiang carrot cake. You could be amazed to learn that individuals don't generally go to Yong Xiang carrot cake for carrot cake, but also for their fried PNG and quickly K. A tasty twist is put to the typical Teochew Kuehs, where they are cut into items as well as fried in the wok with a split egg, creating a crispy outside and wonderful chewy insides. Sorry if you're on a diet. This recipe is sinfully delicious as well as will certainly leave you returning for more. Yong Xiang sells fit to be Thai Teochew Kuehs. A lot of places will certainly additionally sear it for you in a frying pan with warm oil on demand. Yong Xiang just upped the video game a notch by approximately cutting the Teochew Kuehs up and stir-fry them in a pan with eggs like they make with carrot cake. There's the option of adding chili sauce too. Find them at #0135. Last but not least, at first spot is Ji Laksa. Ji Laksa has been around for over 17 years. If you like it a little on the spicy side, feel free to turn the customer up. Their noodle soup comes with a hard-boiled egg, tau pak, blood cockles, fish cakes, and generous amounts of bean sprouts. Ji Laksa rempa is prepared from scratch and takes a lot of time and effort to prepare, such as peeling onions and garlic, and frying the paste until it is fragrant. It also took the restaurant owner a few years of practicing her recipe before she finally achieved the desired results. Judging by the amount of broth that soaked up in this bowl of laksa, you might say that the tau pak was the best thing in it. In addition, a bit of toasty crispness could be tasted throughout the whole bowl using that wonderful wrap. This stall has continuous lines, also during non-peak hours, and it's certainly clear why. They can be found at 0131. There you have it, Tropika Club Magazine's top 10 best eating places at Bendemeer Food Center in Singapore. Got any comments or feedback? Do share them in the comments section. Do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more exciting video updates coming your way. And of course, do check out our other videos on all things Singapore which might be of interest to you. Goodbye and see you on the next episode.